It's time to start this year's big gardening project. The first thing we need to do is to tame the raspberry shrubbery that has aimed for world domination in the last years. The plan is to get them all in a neat row for easy access. Then we will even out the ground and build 4 raised beds. When renovating our guest apartment, we took out 4 bed frames, but instead of throwing them away or chop them up into firewood, we thought they would be perfect as raised beds in the garden. In the middle we want room for a small table with chairs, and between the beds we want to put up arches for clinging plants. This will mainly be for flowers, since we grow our vegetables together with my mother across the road. But we will plant some lettuce and other fresh greens that you want close to the house. Niels began with adding some old planks that we already had to the bottom of the beds. While Niels was working on the beds, I went on a side quest to build some protections for our tulips against the deers. It started with me thinking that I would just build something simple, but inspiration struck me, and before I knew it, I was drawing up plans for a Gothic arch design. I had some masonite board left over from a renovation project, which might be the worst choice for outdoor use, but the foundation for this project was to only use what we had at home. So they will live for as long as they live, and when they need to be changed out, I can buy something more suitable. The next day, Nils started with the raspberries, measuring out how far he wanted them to grow, and started to dig up the plants. Some of the plants will just be moved to fill holes, and the rest will be moved a bit further away to another part of the garden where we also have raspberries growing. The ground is still too frozen to do some deeper leveling, so that will have to wait for a week or two. While he was busy with the raspberries, I continued with my tulip cages. I'm using an edge milling machine on all the edges to make them even more fancy. Then I went to look for suitable planks for the front and back. When everything was screwed together, I oiled everything up to give them a bit more of a chance of surviving. I had a tin of this hard waxed oil already, unsure if it was already here when I moved in or if I had bought it for a project that I now have forgotten about. The last thing to do was to cover them in this black net, which was the only thing that I had to buy for this project.